Hi guys, and welcome to your bi-weeklies that will be November 1st to November 15th. And as you can see, I was very lucky to be a part of this private moment between my furry two fellows. And I decided to kind of let it play in the background while I shamelessly pitch in my yearly annual Taroscopes that will be pre-issued on December 4th for these guys who actually have pre-orders, and the price currently is $19.95 for the individual scope. So meaning if you just need one sign, just go on my site www.cattarot.ca and order just your sign, and you're going to get it around the 4th of December. If you want all the signs, currently the price is $39.95. The same story by about the 4th of December. I believe that's the end of the first week in December. And the price is actually switching, I think, in about a month time to a different price. So, I mean, I really want to honor you guys who are ordering this earlier. So if you want to order, just go to www.cattarot.ca/pre-order, and you can just put it there and just wait for this to actually come to play in your hands. So thank you very much. And if you want to see the entire tape of these two furballs enjoying kind of like moments for Halloween, just like wait for the end of the video. Okay, thank you, love you. Hi Aries, I skipped you yesterday, did I not? Oh my gosh, did they ever find out? I opened my email and my Facebook. It was like, oh, where's Aries? Where is Aries? And it's like, what the heck are they talking about? And I was thinking, oh, it's a monthly, because it's still, you're the next one in line even for monthly. And I think this is where I got confused and I started with Taurus. So I'm fixing this error and you are today first. So my apologies, and I hope I get thumbs up for that. Okay, you can click on it right now. Okay, Aries, I shuffle the cards. You have 10 of Wands, trying to go uphill in certain direction. It can mean, guys, you need to pace yourself. Maybe you have too many things in the fire. You're coming back to certain issues and dealing with organizing yourself. It could be even legal issues. Be very careful. Usually this card foretells not successful finish. It is maybe being overly ambitious, and maybe this is kind of feeling of that heaviness, so just like too many burdens right now on you. So let's see what you have here. The Strength reversed. Are you feeling a little bit weak, or are you feeling there are issues that you just really don't want to compromise or negotiate? Because the Strength can actually go both ways when it's reversed, either like weak or overly aggressive. So we are going to see where this goes. And Knight of Wands, which is really good. So you might fall, I think, in a hole, calling, like, let's call it a weakness. Like you might actually go in a situation where you're going to feel like maybe down, or not strong, or feeling that maybe you don't find diplomacy in order to kind of like move forward. It's a very powerful card, the Strength card, and it basically talks about your mind over our emotions, but at the same time still remaining hopeful and still remaining passionate about life, not being overly clinical. So let's see how this evolves. I'm going to have to clarify this. Six of Swords. So there is like this thing moving on, and moving on from something that has been troubled. It's kind of interesting also that he has all this kind of like fall leaves around here. It's so appropriate for the northern hemisphere over here. Six of Swords, and I love the wind, and the wind shows this motion, and it's generally always is a trouble kind of like, you know, that it cannot be as bad. So some of you really are getting to the point saying enough is enough. There is like a new kind of like method in this madness, and that method is not going to include A, B, C, D, E. And that's why you had these burdens, like, I mean, possibly dropping them and possibly not willing to put up with maybe something that you have been loaded on, maybe at work, maybe in your private life. It looks like everybody wants something from you and just piling up on you, and you're feeling, why am I this workhorse over here? What have I done? And you kind of like, you do have this energy, but look at this kitty. Even the kitty is like exhausted from all this energy over here. So maybe this is why the strength goes. You kind of like will have the weak spots and kind of like tiredness or in this 2-week period. So there is like something that happened in recent past, but something that you're still connecting to the happiness. So this is a wish card. It's happening that this is kind of like the major influence from the past still coming in the present. 9 of Cups is a wish card, but it is still the card that is kind of like talking about finding your own happiness. And 9s are really important for us because you're going from 8 to 9, and it looks like you step back on something. So it's kind of weird because here you were happy and then you're moving on from that. So maybe it was a next phase. So let's see what is crowning you. What is crowning you is 2 of Swords reversed. So it's kind of situation where you are really not making decisions. You're almost waiting, and I don't know why I'm seeing this card a lot in these readings. Kind of, look, she's trying to hit this target, but it's reversed, like, and she's blindfolded. It's just like, good luck with that. Sort of things are falling apart. And generally 2 of Swords reverse comes out when you're faced with a decision and no amount of thinking and no amount of examining heart or mind kind of deliver, and you cannot in the end make a good decision, and in the end you decide not to make a decision. So on one hand you want to move on, on the other hand you don't. So that can create lots of conflict inside. So there is like, everything is duality, from strong to weak, from happy to overburdened, from making a decision to moving on, from not making a decision to moving on. 3 of Cups. Well, this talks about good times and friendships and getting together. So it is a good emotional component, especially you have it kind of like around you. You see, like, you have head and you have a heart and you have head. So this kind of motive keeps repeating over here. So let's see your emotions. You have the Lovers reversed. Okay. Are you feeling neglected? Because look at this. In this deck, we have 2, and we have a kitty twin flames. And you've seen my twin flames cats. And at the end of this video, stay around. And I kind of like put this entire kind of time of 2 of them caring of each other. So this is what this card also refers to. Maybe there was a hope for somebody and going into some kind of direction, but then here maybe that somebody was a friend that you wanted to grow into something more, or it was something that called friends with benefits as well, and maybe you were tired of that. Maybe somebody made a decision here for you. This card also talks about some kind of secrets as well. So let's see the environment. Yeah, okay, so now things start to make sense. 3 of Swords is that rejection and feeling brokenhearted. So somebody who actually meant something to you that has been very flirty, but somebody who is really in and out of your life, because that's really not you, this Knight of Wands. It was somebody who might be stopping and leaving that is causing possible turbulence. So while this person did create things in the past that were kind of like really happy occurrences, he is at present making you kind of wonder, okay, how do I continue this? And certain things are already becoming a burden for you. on the other respects you want to move on, but then you have this another 6 here saying, okay, but I still kind of want him, or I still want her, and I miss this friendship, but there is like this feeling of rejection. So something may have happened, or maybe they pushed you away, or because like you see, the swords are like a mind process. Like that's I told you here. You have a swords, you have swords, you have swords, right? And it's almost like a triangle, guys. That could be somebody else. That is, it doesn't have to be the person who has their paws on your partner, but who is definitely considerably creating considerable mess over there. And then you have like a 2 of Pentacles reversed. Somebody is juggling, and this is coming in hopes and fears. And it's again, yeah, I don't like these 2 cards together. Now I'm really thinking it is a third party over there. It is a third party who put the wrench in a system here. That's what happened. Now let's see the trajectory. 9 of Wands. You're still fighting. You are not giving up. You said, listen, this stuff has been going on and off, on and off, on and off. And I'm fighting for it. And I want this. And I've been through things. I've been through happiness with this person. And the only thing that kind of like where I'm hesitating is this can also be an illusion, this third person, right? Because this mental energy tells me that you have suspicion of possibly somebody, but doesn't have to necessarily be. This third person could be perceived rejection, okay? Just to be clear what I see. But I guess you're going to straighten me out in the comments anyway. So horoscope signs I see is Leo and Gemini, guys. Neither of them doing really well. And like if you're dealing with 2 of them, oops, I think they're not in the best frame of mind at present, okay? So let me see the strength, because like these 2 major arcana also that I see are really important. Like you have the Lovers reverse, which is that some kind of choice, and choice is something that is hurting you right now, some choice that has been made, and something that previously made you really happy. And also you're kind of like not really strong to even deal with that, and it's kind of like, let's put one foot in front of another. You are not giving up. You are actually still hopeful, but at the same time, like you feel it takes a lot of your energy. Because look at this, we have the Wands here and we have Wands here, and this is like the Fire card. So we just have this upright motion of trajectory, right? But it's going from 10 to 9, so it's kind of like you're taking a step back for some reason, or have been forced to take a step back. So let's see the strength. Why is the strength here for Aries? Why is the strength here for Aries? It was some kind of, okay, maybe that's what happened. You wanted to get together with someone, and I think this is what this maybe means over here. It's not you that don't have a strength. Somebody didn't want to commit to you. You wanted to get together with someone, but the things kind of like started to get weird. It's misfortune card. It's actually worse than Tower in this deck. It's the worst card, and it is relating to trying to reunite with somebody and trying to make this work. And this somebody is like this Knight of Wands, somebody who, he's lots of fun, but Knight of Wands is very flighty. As I said, this is the person who comes in and out of things. So who is moving on then? Let's see the Six of Swords. Did A maybe move on, move away from you? Let's see. Why is the Six of Swords there? Why is the Six of Swords there? There you are. You know, there is this process of feeling that you're not being yourself. I think somebody actually moved away from you, and you're not sure what happened. You just like, you're almost stunned. Look at him. He's like holding his head like, oh my gosh, what happened? And left you kind of like in this feeling of melancholy. It's not a total depression, but I think you're left with a feeling like, why would that happen? What have I done, sort of a thing. So let's see this lovers. What is... So there is this third party again. So there is this cheerfulness, which can be both good and bad card. But here I think it's good. Give me one more. Okay, so... I think your guy is torn. Remember I said this card also is a card of choice. So you want to be happy with somebody, but you're not sure if there is somebody else who is also part of the party. And if this person is maybe choosing between the two or simply just being cheery. And you see, like here, it was misfortune about this partner. And here it is like a fortune. But there is still a need for moving on. You see, there is like another card of moving on, but here somebody's not moving on. So this could be you. And that's why the Lovers is reversed, because there's still a pain. Maybe some of you went through a breakup. And maybe this means still kind of really still dwelling on the really good times that you guys had and not willing to say, well, it is over. Because at this stage, the widower is already visiting the grave. It says, Mia Cara, meaning my dear, right? But when is this reverse? He's still not ready to dress up and go out and just to deal with us, right? So something here has been done. It's kind of both. Something has been done to almost that you went against your emotions and you're still dealing with this, but the fortune is coming out here. For some reason, this is actually good for you. So let me just clarify that fortune. Why is the fortune here? I don't know, you're going to actually get a message. It's going to be some kind of communication or discussion about it. And actually, the answer is going to really surprise you. It's going to go way beyond expectations. It's going to be really, really good. And let me see this Three of Swords. What is this Three of Swords there? So it looks like there are two storylines here. Okay, so that's again, that's a rival. It could be two or three things. It could be that you have been dealing with somebody who is with somebody else, right? Somebody who is married. And you feel, you know, almost like embarrassed because of this. Or you feel that this person hasn't been fully honest about you. Or also there's a possibility now this person with somebody else and you're trying to recover your ego, because this is now almost like quite a bit about ego over here. But let's see the trajectory. My gosh, Aries, this is confusing. It's so many stories here. So I have a feeling it's going to be lots of Arieses if I'm picking up quite a few different storylines. And keep in mind that private readings are just your energy and moving forward. So it will be really good to hear from you what's going on. So let me see, what is this? Nine of... Okay. You have falseness, constancy, and child. So there is like this persistence. There is like this strategy and still fighting, right? And you're fighting against the odds, basically. The falseness, you know that certain things maybe don't appear right. But for some reason, you have this internal instinct of a warrior. Say, you know what? I'm going to go with my instincts and just be consistent, because I feel I am really close, right? You know, these pictures where they show you a person building a tunnel and then giving up, and then just like maybe another 2 steps would be just the goal, right? So, and actually that's going to pay off. You are going to benefit from something from the past. So whether you move on or you come back, looks like that it's going to be some kind of conversation. It's going to be some kind of happiness in these 2 weeks. And so maybe you have to think to what kind of happiness you already have as a foundation of this, and trying to find what kind of presented burden, and just drop things that are maybe upsetting you, and kind of feel that somebody kind of pushed you away. I think that's kind of a feeling over here, but you guys are persisting. You are like a real warrior over here and kind of like it. So Aries, please let me know. And as I said, stick around if you want to see Safi and Matrix. And for your private readings, please contact me at www.cattarot.ca. And until the next time, I love you guys. All the best.